There are hundreds, if not thousands, of overdrive pedals out there, and early on for me, I tried tons of pedals. I was always buying and selling, trying different overdrives, trying to find ones that I liked, or trying to find the next best thing that maybe was a little better than what I'd had previously. But the last few years, I've kind of gravitated more to classic designs or modern takes on classic designs. By that, I mean things like the Tubescreamer or the Mostortion from Ibanez. This one is a modern take made by Cascade Pedals. Or even the Colorsound Overdriver. This is a throwback version. Even modern day classics like the Klon or Timmy. One classic circuit that I've not really played that much is the legendary ProCo Rat. Now, when I checked out Rats in the past, I never really connected with them. It was a little more overdrive distortion than I typically use, and it had kind of a bitier high end that wasn't something I was really used to, and so I never really bonded with it. All that being said, I decided to give it another shot, and so I recently ordered the Rattler from Jam Pedals. When I bought that, I also borrowed this Rat from a friend just to kind of compare them and reacquaint my ear with the classic sound. Now, I will say when I plugged in the Rattler, I was really impressed. The top end is a little warmer, even though it still has that signature upper mid, cut to it. It cleans up a little better. It's just an all-around great sounding pedal. But it also made me realize something that, this circuit is a little different than a lot of overdrives. And I think that has something to do with why I didn't necessarily like Rat pedals to begin with. Typically, when I set up an overdrive pedal, I start with the gain really low and I bring it up to taste. I use the output volume to hit the amp a little harder, and for me this just works really well to get natural overdrive sounds and have the signature of the pedal, the kind of EQ footprint of a specific pedal inherent in the sound, but I'm not getting all of my overdrive from the pedal. I kind of talk about this in a recent video where I talk about stacking overdrive pedals. For me, the Rat doesn't quite work as well in this way. With the gain really low, it sounds good, but it's not really what it's made to do. I found on the Rat and the Rattler, as I turned up the gain, it just sounded better. Once I got to about 10 o'clock on either one of them, that's when the pedal really started opening up. The gain really started to bloom and sound really good. I'll say right here, this video isn't sponsored by Jam. I bought the pedal with my own money. I like doing videos that way. I can say what I want to about it and give you guys an honest review and feedback on the things that I feature in my videos. The ProCo Rat has been used in tons of different styles of music, whether it's Metallica or John Scofield, David Gilmour, Jeff Beck. It can cover a lot of ground. So I guess one main point that I wanted to talk about in this video was just the fact that if you're struggling to find the right overdrive, or you feel like you're just constantly trying different overdrives all the time, you owe it to yourself to try more classic designs or modern takes on those classic designs. Whether it's a modern day reissue from the same company like the TS-808, or even if it's a modern day take on a classic design like the Jam Rattler. I don't think that you can go wrong with kind of exploring some of these pedals and seeing how they fit what you're trying to do, because most of these classic designs have been used for years and years in all different styles of music, and have inspired countless guitar players to do what they do. So they can't all be wrong. For me, trying the Rattler was kind of eye-opening. It's a circuit that I have steered clear of for years and years just because I didn't initially connect with it, or maybe didn't even understand what it was trying to do. But now that I've spent a little more time with it and explored it and used it a little more, I get it. And now it's a sound that I have that I can use when I want to, or just kind of opens up the tonal palette that I have available. As always, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to check out my video I did recently on stacking overdrives, where I talk a little more about my mentality about using overdrive pedals and how I combine overdrive pedals to get great sounds. All right, until next time, I'll see you out there.